Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
Sitting ringside. As always, I am Robert Villa, and with me, Mark Ambu Miller, Rudy Lara, and unfortunately, we don't have David Rodriguez with us tonight, but it's all good. We are going to hold it down tonight. This is, like I said, episode number 168. Quick shout out to Flow Combat, Fight TV, ESPN Plus, MMA TV, UMMAF, XFN, and our two newest affiliates for the website, The Zone and Bucked Up.
That's bucked
We are
up,
now,
man.
yeah, so
That's
we
a
are now
bucked up
affiliates. Yeah. Yeah, guys, we're going to, and everybody that's watching, we're going to do the show a little bit different tonight. Instead of me doing my rambling of all the events, we are going to go straight into our interview. We have Per Padilla. He is going to be fighting, finally fighting in the UFC on April 29th. It's just around the corner, Fed. Welcome to the show, man. How you doing, brother?
Hey guys. Really good, really good. Just training hard, already dropping the weight and staying constant in everything, and trying to be as ready as I can. Obviously, I am already. I feel really ready, but it's 3 weeks off. But everything is great, thank God.
Good, man. I know the last time that we had you on the show was back in 2021 after you won your fight at Fury FC back in, what was it, in April or May or something like that?
I think it was May.
Yeah, in May. So, hey, man, you're just a couple weeks shy of your 1 year anniversary of getting signed to the UFC, which is pretty cool. Obviously, you did have a fight booked before, but that fight obviously fell through. Um, it's pretty amazing, man. To a year later, you're going to be stepping into the big stage. after winning the title fight at the Fury. So,
So,
how do you feel, man? Like, how do you feel now that it's actually
happening.
going to happen? Yeah, that you
Yeah.
signed your name on that contract. The fighter signed his name on a contract, and now you're ready to face off with him, man.
Well, I'm honestly, first of all, excited and grateful to have this opportunity still, and but I'm just ready. I've been waiting so long, and I can't wait to go and put the performance in the cage. You know, I feel that these last 2 years, more than just a stoppage, was like a really big learning experience for me. I started doing things that I wasn't doing, like strength conditioning, even like the way that I can see fighting or learning was completely different. I feel that I grow up a lot as a not just as a human being, but as a fighter. Um, Obviously, it was really hard just waiting and waiting and waiting and not knowing what was going to happen. But I stay patient. I stay positive, and here I am. But ready to go. I stay patient. I stay
Yeah,
positive,
man,
and here.
that's amazing. And I know I said a year, but it's actually 2 years. But
Oh
still,
yeah, right. It's been 2 years. It feels like it
it's
was a
true.
year ago,
It's
bro. I was
yeah,
like
man.
21. That was last year, dude. I kept wanting to interrupt
Yeah,
you, but I'm fucking
No,
yeah,
going.
nice.
no, yeah. 2 years. I know. I looked at the year. I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I
Yeah, it was
seeing 1 year? It's 2 years.
yeah, almost there, almost 2 years.
Yeah, almost 2 years. So in those 2 years, man, I know you've been posting on social media of your training, and you've been going to different gyms, right?
Well, just being invited, you know, I think a lot of people start seeing me and they like the way that I train. They like how who I am, you know, and or
Hmm.
how I am, and they start inviting me, and it was stupid to say no, right? It's always good to have different looks. It's always good to stay on that stepping out of your comfort zone, you know, like I say, is like I didn't knew when it was going to happen, but I knew if it happened, like at those moments I'll be ready. I felt amazing. I felt good going to other gyms and training, sparring training with like different people, really tough people, you know. I had the good luck of sparring with Benil Dariush last year,
Wow.
and man, it's just like being with them face to face is completely different. Obviously, it was on his gym, it was on King's MMA, but and he put a beating on me, but he did it respectfully. And yeah, man, it's there's levels to this, and you realize like in some occasions, and I feel that was a big realization for me. Also helped me to, like I tell you, like grow up a little bit more in the sport in
Hmm.
terms of like, wow, like I know I can do this. Just stay constant, you know.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know you like you said, you were invited to these gyms. Um, the these invitations, obviously, to you, it's a huge honor because they want you there. They could have invited somebody else. They could have invited
Hmm.
some USC vet, but no, they picked you. They love your style. They love your who you are, like you said. And if that happened to me, man, I'd been like, hell yeah. You
Hell
know,
yeah. Hmm.
you know what? Well, because you're focused so much on training at your gym, you get comfortable. You
Hmm.
know what's going to happen, right? You have the same teammates that you're always constantly grinding, and it's the same movements, same thing. But you go to these different gyms, different atmosphere, different
Hmm.
fighters, different type of beatings.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, yeah. Even in general, like I feel that every single gym have their own style, and I've been
Hmm.
learning that like recently more, and just learning how other styles work and how other people move is really good. I'm able to implement it to my style and bring a little bit of that to my gym, and yeah, man, it's different. It's a big step up.
Right on, man. Any possibilities of you moving to another gym, or are you going to be staying at your home base?
No, not really. I love Oyama. I think right now we have a really good team. Obviously
Okay.
the gym has been the team has been changing a lot through the years. Like now we don't have too many UFC fighters like before. Like we used to have Humberto Vandenay, Diego Rivas, Chito Vera, Carlos Esparza, Alex Perez, and then Diego and Humberto went back to their hometown. Chito went to Ruca. Carla just recently got pregnant, and then
Mm-hmm.
you have Alex moving recently to Vegas. So like also Luis Mocha, like Frank Camacho. Like we have so many names, and like just the gym has been changing so much. But I feel that right now we have a good team, we have a good dynamic, and everybody's working hard. Everyone is it's stepping up, and that's what I like to see, And then people leave and other people comes. Right now we have Ricky Simon training with us too. Obviously he's a veteran in this too, and he's been showing
Mm-hmm.
us a lot. Not that the other guys who I mentioned didn't, it's a lot of experience coming and going. Christian Aguilera too. Uh,
Mm.
Obviously, I miss them. I miss that dynamic, miss having all of them. I'm that type of person. Like I really get close to them, but hey, it is what it is. The gym is like that, and it's like I tell you right now, we have a really good, solid team, and I feel that everyone is at the same page, just working hard, pushing each other.
That's good, man. I mean, I know when you go and you train at other gyms, and like you said, you learn the different styles and techniques and
Mhm.
different coachings. Did you bring any of that back home to your
Hell
gym?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like telling these other kids, like, hey, you know what? Why don't we do this? Or any other fighters, like, hey, this is what I learned, and we should try this or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I am a really talkative person, and when it comes to my teammates, like I live in a fighter house, right? So like I
Mhm.
live with other fighters, and I'm not the type of guy who's just gonna sit down and think by himself. I'm like obviously exchanging ideas with other one of my roommates. I have a really 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 I'm blessed to have him. His name is Roberto Romero. He's been fighting in Combate Americas, and
Mhm.
he's from my same hometown, and me and him exchanged a lot of ideas in those cases. When I went to Kings the first time, Giga Chikadze asked me for a sparring partner, but he gave me specific things. I couldn't say, "Oh, let's go. I can do that," But I wasn't the guy who he was looking for. So I told him about Robert, and Robert and me went to Kings. Those times that we went to train, and the kid put up amazing performance, just training wise. Like it's a great dude too. So like me and him exchanged a lot of that, and I think right now we are like the the main guys at the gym, if you want to say it like that, because
Okay.
of where we at in our careers. And
Mhm.
I think we were able to exchange a little bit of that things that we learned on Kings and in Team Oyama, and it's just the difference of styles, right? But it's not like I'm going over there and trying to like learn what they're doing. It was just sparring, but I I feel that my experience let me figure out some of the stuff that they were doing that it will help me or help people at the gym, because we have a really peculiar style in Team Oyama. It's
Mhm.
aggressive and it's a lot of pressure all the time. And I feel that I learned it going to other places, not just Kings, that like other people don't hesitate on giving space, like stepping back a little bit or breathe a little bit. And I feel that like that for me, it's a big help, because I'm a tall dude that like always like to fight forward, and sometimes I like end up being in a short range,
Mhm.
and like I like that. I don't mind it, I really like that space. But learning distancing and like or figuring out distance, wow, it helped me a lot. Like it
Good.
made my game different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta use that advantage, man. You gotta use that reach advantage because you're tall, man, and you got that long, lengthy arms and legs, and that's a lot of the taller fighters, have problems with the shorter fighters because they get into that pocket and it's so hard for, to be able to land, those punches or kicks, or whatever. But that's good, man. That's really good that you're learning how to use your reach advantage.
Thank
Fellas,
you,
you got
man.
anything for Fed?
Yeah, man. I want
Yeah.
to know how much of a difference it's made to have such a a long time off, as opposed to having your debut 5 months after your win at Fury
I'm
FC.
I'm back to 2 years ago. Before Fury FC, I had the fight in LFA against Nate Richardson, and before that, again a delay of like a year and a half. Uh, but I feel in the same place as that fight. In terms of like I'm going with a little bit of delay in terms and going to the cage, but I feel amazing. Like I tell you, I think that I learned it too much in these years that what they're gonna see in that cage is a completely different Fernando, like a more experienced, more well-rounded, and that happened every time I'm in the cage. And if you ask me, the only thing that having time off the cage made me, it's wanting a fucking fight. I just want to go fight now.
bro.
Yeah, like
And
I just want
you
to go
got
put
quite a
them.
fight on your hands, man. Julian Rosa. I mean, when I
Yes,
saw the
sir.
Sean Soriano fight, I was like, "Oh, Fed is gonna roll this guy, man." And then I see Julian Rosa. I was like, "This is gonna be a tough fight for Fed, dude.
Yeah.
First fight." But seeing Julian Rosa's last fight, he lost. Just his stylistically, the matchup, it was bad for him, man. And this
Hmm.
matchup, I think, is very bad for him as well. I think you're gonna put it hurting on him, bro, and give him his second loss in a row.
That's what I hope. Honestly, I've been training a lot, watching film and studying and making myself better to it. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun matchup. All respect where respect is due, and I respect a lot of the career that he's been having. But I do feel that I can finish this fight. I do feel that I can hurt him. Don't get me wrong, he's a tough motherfucker. I know he's gonna come
Oh
and
yeah.
he's gonna be a dogfight. That's what I for sure know.
Fight of the
And
night for sure, bro.
hopefully, yes, yeah, hey.
Dang, right? And get that bonus.
Yes, sir. But yeah, like I couldn't say no to this fight, not just because of not saying no, but it's like it's such a good fight in general. Like I was impressed with the matchmakers. I was so impressed. Like I was telling my friends, like I talked about so many names. I like watching this year and a half of fights and seeing who was losing and winning. And I never had Julian in my head. And when they offered me that fight, I was like, wow, these guys know how to make fights.
Yeah, that's a great fucking fight. It's way better than the Sean Soriano fight, man. Way
Hell
better.
yeah.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Way better.
This is the
Mark.
fight that fight fans want to see, man. Guaranteed.
Mhm.
Mhm.
This is gonna be a banger, dude. I'm
Yes,
excited
sir.
for this one.
Thank you.
How long have you known that you were gonna fight him? How long have you had to train?
Um, it was a 8 weeks fight camp, I think. Literally 8 weeks, so almost 2 months. 2 months.
But you're always training, so
Yeah,
I
I
know,
was
right?
I was already on the gym when they offered me that fight.
You're probably like, what, coach? Huh? Okay, sure.
No, I was actually the one who told coach. I came to the gym. Like I tell you, I was going to the gym. Jason called me and asked me about it, and I say yes. And then I came to the gym. I asked coach, "Hey, coach, you already know?" He's like, "No, what?" He's like, "Hey, Julian De Rosa, April 29." And he's like, "Perfect." He didn't say nothing. He just said, "Perfect, let's get it." And
Nice.
that day, the camp started.
bro, I,
Nice.
I gotta ask you, man. Do you have you prepared like a speech, a post fight speech? Have you played it over in your
uh,
head?
Yeah, I will lie to you lately, actually, like a few days ago, like I was just thinking about, we're just reminiscing about all this time that I've been waiting and the things that have been happening in my life, and just a quick message, for me, for my family, for my fans, and the people who know me and being with me through all these struggle and ups and
Mhm.
downs, and yeah, I have a little one, a little post fight interview.
Hey
When you
man,
win,
make the most of it, bro. Make the most of it. You're gonna shine, dog. You're gonna shine, and
Thank you, my man.
I you definitely have a career. After UFC fighting, announcing, bro. Cage side
Thank you.
announcing, man. You're fun to talk to, man.
I appreciate it, brother.
hey, when you win, you better give us a shout out, but don't say it. Just
Hell
do
yeah.
this.
Okay, okay.
That's
I
what we
got
know.
you.
Oh yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Mark,
Do you plan on going up a weight class or down a weight class ever?
Look, honestly, I feel that I'm like the more that I grow up, the more that like obviously my body changed these last 2 years that I've been doing strength conditioning is when I feel the most of like the change of my body is like, oh wow, like I do feel like a little bit bigger, but I'm comfortable at 145. Maybe in the future I do 155 for a fact. I cannot go down to 135. I need to cut one of my legs, or you know, those three legs are heavy. But but yeah, if I want to make 135 for sure, I need to I need to like cut a part of my body, and I cannot do that. 145 is really comfortable for me. I started with 4 weeks, a little bit of a diet. Right now we're 3 weeks off, almost end of the third one, and I'm 157. So like, and I'm not even struggling or suffering. It's just diet and training hard. I actually needed the first two weeks of fight camp. I needed to eat more because I was losing weight really fast. Just
Oh,
with
wow.
yeah, how constant and the trainings are hard, you know. So yeah, I feel really good at 45. I want to see how my body's gonna do for this next fight. I tell you, I feel great, like 157 this morning, and just waiting to see what's up.
What do you normally walk around at?
160, usually 160, but all this entire year with strength conditioning and too, I've been waking up at 165.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
No, it's not at all.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, man. I mean, it's not a like a difficult cut. It's a
Mhm.
it's a good
It's a healthy
good
cut.
yeah, it's a
Yes,
healthy
sir.
cut. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah,
Yes, it's a
yeah.
very healthy cut.
Yeah, I know,
Nothing else.
I know 45ers that they look at me and they're like, "Oh, you're so tall," and it's like, "How much you weigh?" And like, I weighed 165, and then they tell me, "Oh, I weigh 180, one this, one that." So like, I know I'm not too far from the weight, and I know I'm not. It's not gonna be that hard for me, like for other people.
Yeah, that's good, man. Because that's a huge help, especially when you're gonna, after the weigh-ins, you got to rehydrate and get
Mhm.
those nutrients in, and wake up at a good weight that you're gonna feel not so sluggish, but just ready, on point, feeling strong and energetic.
Exactly.
So
Yes,
that's
sir.
good, man. That's good. All right,
Thank you,
Pat.
man.
Bro, the this card that you're on, man, you're gonna be fighting with Renato Moicano and Saryukian.
Oh,
That's
I think I'm gonna be your guys's news, but they just sent me a message. Wait, they didn't send me the message. My dad sent me a message that the main event is canceled
what?
What?
for
Oh
some
shit.
reason. For some reason. So my dad sent me an email. They sent my dad an email this morning because they only selling like VIP tickets.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
so they sent him an email asking him if he wants to the purse back because because the main event is not gonna be on. But then my dad is like, I don't care about the main event. But he just told me that this morning, and I was like,
Yeah, I was
Break,
about to say,
break.
man, that
Hey,
if this is a fight, this matchup, Sarukian versus Moicano, that was gonna be the fight of the
Mhm.
night that you'd have to contend with. But now that
Mm-hmm.
that fight's off,
hey,
you're a shoo-in,
breaking
bro. You're getting that
breaking
fucking
Yours for the
news.
bonus.
taking now.
Breaking news. You heard it right here first. I'm sitting ringside.
You're getting that
Yeah.
bonus,
Hopefully, hey,
bro.
hopefully the UFC don't get mad with me for saying this, but hey, it just
No, I mean, if ticket buyers are getting messages, and somebody's gonna let someone
through
know.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, for sure. Um, man, yeah, I'm looking at the fight card right now. Wow, there's some bangers on this
Hmm.
card, man. That's good. It's a good card, man, that you're going to be fighting on. It's a UFC fight night. You're going to be at the Apex Center. So,
Yes, sir.
what more could you ask for, right?
Yes, sir. Exactly. It's gonna be a good fight. I can wait, honestly.
So, Patty, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Me and you, obviously, the last time that we talked, we're both from Juarez, Chihuahua, Juarez, Mexico. How proud of you are you right now that we have these champions from Mexico?
Oh, great. Honestly, I'm really proud and really motivated. I've been thinking about this like constantly because this is, I think, what is staying on my mind the most. What Brandon say because sí se puede.
Yeah.
Sí se puede, and that's what I want to prove too. De sí se puede, esto sí se puede, and that give me obviously peace. That give me tranquility, and that give me a lot of fire to just go and fight because sí se puede. It's
Yeah.
just a question of going, put in the work, show who you are.
I mean, it's amazing how in just a short period we were at nothing but African champs to now we have the Mexican champs.
It's weird, right? That's really weird, dude.
It is.
It is weird and
Cue
it's
the
freaking
pyramids, man.
amazing. Right?
They had the Brazilian,
It's crazy.
then we had, it's like it's gonna go from each country now. Everyone's like we had
Yeah.
Brazilian, then we had, the Africans, now we're having
We
Mexicans.
never had all Chinese though, right?
We never had all
No.
Canadians either, but there's not enough Canadians on the roster, so either way, it's fine.
Of course, you have to say the Canadians.
Of course, at least once an episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's awesome to see our culture grow in this sport. And seeing in Mexico all these other gyms that are starting up and bringing in these Mexican fighters, and they come to the States and win championship belts, So it's a huge motivation, especially for you, being that you're from Juarez. And it's I don't know, man. To me, like when I see that, I just feel proud. You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
the brown pride. You know what I mean?
Exactly. The brown pride is, you couldn't say it better. Straight up.
Yeah.
Latino heat, bro.
Yep. The
Latino
Latino.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. You
No,
guys have
thank you.
anything else for Fed?
Nah, brother, just good luck. Thank you again for joining us, man. I know you're training. You got training camp, so we really appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Thank
man.
you, guys. I appreciate you guys and staying in, keeping me on your minds more than nothing. This sport have a goldfish mentality with the fans and when it comes to other people. So a lot of people forget it fast, and I'm glad that I still I'm still am in a few people's minds and all this support. Trust me, I feel it.
Our show, it's like every other episode or 3 episodes, we always mention you.
Thank you.
It's like, and it's just awesome to see like a fighter like yourself from Fury out in Houston, and seeing you grow up into a UFC fighter. So we always do, man. All of us, we always keep all our guests in our mind. We never forget our guests. We always try to keep up and making sure, that everybody's doing all right and trying to get back on the show, So Fight Book MMA and Sitting Ringside, we've always had your back, man. We always been supporting you 100%. And we can't wait for the 29th of April. You're gonna go in there, man.
Get that bonus money, baby.
And you're gonna spark Julian Erosa, and you're gonna get that bonus,
Bro,
man.
I'm excited for that fight, dude. That's best fight
He's
of
got
the
a
card
good
now.
fight.
Hell yeah.
Sarukian versus Volcano was gonna be a good one for a fact. But yeah, if you guys make if I know, I'm sure of some things that I'm gonna go put on a fight.
Hell yeah, man. And like I said, we're all rooting for you, and we can't wait for that night, man. Before we let you go, brother, any shout outs you want to give, go for it, man.
Shout out to you guys first of all. Thank you so much for having me on the show. And I know it's really quick, but I'm glad we have the opportunity to do it. Other than that, my family, my friends, my team, they're awesome. They're always on my back. They're always with me. And trust me, I'm a type of person who feel all that shit filled me up, and all the support, all the words, doing this podcast, doing these interviews really bump me up and get me ready. Looking at you guys, being excited about a fight, about me fighting, it's something that just make me want to go work harder and go and put on a performance for you guys.
Hell yeah, man. Awesome. Don't forget the nose and point.
They're gonna be like, Chingao, Freddy, he does cocaine. What is that signal? Don't do that.
Bueno, Fed, muchas gracias.
No, muchas gracias a ustedes.
Y tenga una buena noche y un excelente trineo, man.
Igualmente, thank you so much. Have a good night.
Brother.
Later, man.
Hell yeah, guys. So man, we're excited for that. April 29th. It was supposed to be Moicano and Sarukian for the main event, but now my main event is going to be Fer Padilla versus Julian Erosa. That's going to be a fucking banger.
Bro.
Guaranteed fight of the night, man. Guaranteed.
Mhm.
I don't see any other fight. I'm looking at this card, bro. I mean, there's
Right,
a lot of
I'm
good fights on
looking at
here,
it
What's
but
all on that card,
Mhm.
anyways? I
none
forgot
of
about
them
that.
really
card.
get me going like this fight. And not just
No.
because he's been on the show. It's just, yeah, I'm excited for that fight, bro. I like
Hmm.
Julian Erosa, and I
Yeah.
fucking love Fer Padilla, bro. And I'm excited to see
Mhm.
what
Yeah,
Fer
man,
does,
it's a, if the way they're probably going to restructure this fight, they're going to put obviously Baral versus Oleg Zook. I don't even know who that fool is,
dude.
but
Mahalo versus Oleksiak.
yeah, that guy. So that's probably going to be the main event now, unless they're going to get somebody else to main event it, which I really
They
doubt.
might
It's already
replace it with some other fight. You
short
never know.
short notice. So, um,
Hmm.
yeah, it's a good card, but it's not a card or any of these fights, like you said, really, that it's gonna outshine Fer Padilla versus Julian Erosa,
I
bro.
wonder if they're gonna find a replacement for that. I want to see Moicano fight, dude. That's what I want to see. I like Saryukian, but Moicano, bro. Moicano want that
Moicano,
money.
man.
Moicano want that money. I want to
Yeah.
see
Yes.
another badass post-fight speech from Moicano. That would have been awesome, man. And
I
you know,
wonder what.
I hope Fer has his speech just nailed down pat and just makes a statement, man. Because I mean, that's your opportunity to shine in front of millions of people, bro. That's their first impression of you. You want to nail
Yeah.
that shit down, and it's kind of hard to do, especially with that kind of emotion, especially
Oh, I
after a
know.
win. And I'm
Yeah.
predicting a win, bro. I think it's a bad stylistic matchup for Julian Erosa, and I think the UFC is doing it on purpose. They're probably just trying to clear the way, get him out of the way.
Mhm.
They kind of tend to
Mhm.
do that with the older fighters,
Yeah.
They feed him to
Yep.
the up and comers, man, and this is just not a good fight for him.
No. When Fer Padilla does what he has to do there and win by spectacular fashion, being that he is the third fight right now on the prelims, I do hope that DC or whoever's going to be commentating gets in that cage and interviews Padilla, because a lot of the prelim fighters, they don't do the post fight in cage interviews. You know what I mean? That usually on the fight nights they don't do that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
If you do something spectacular, which I'm thinking he will, they will give you your
Yeah.
post fight speech, bro.
Yeah.
But, I
Yep.
mean, if it's just like a one and
Or-
done kind of decision win, they'll rush him out pretty quick.
Yep.
But, someone especially with Fer, man, they're gonna give him that. They're gonna give him that time, bro, to say something.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be super dope. What's up?
I should have asked him how does it feel to be the unlockable character, the secret character. They don't have his picture, man.
Where on Tapology?
no, on the UFC.
Oh,
man.
the UFC. Oh,
On UFC, he's the unlockable character, the secret character, noob sidebot.
it'll
That's
happen.
funny.
It'll happen.
Come on, UFC, update the pictures. Jeez.
Quick shout out to Monique Pabroa again, joining us from the Philippines. Shout out to him. Thank you so much for your support from the other side of the world. Really do appreciate it, man. Yeah, so Pat, thanks again, man, for jumping on.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right, fellas, let me do my quick rundown of the events that are coming up, because there is a shit ton. In the MMA, kickboxing, grappling, Muay Thai category, April 14th, PFL 3, LFA 156. Your boy's going to be covering the JW Fight Night at Jackson Wings MMA Academy.
Nice.
I will be there. And then also on the 14th, XFN 386, Billups versus Graham. Fightbook MMA is going to be there, cage side, covering that event as well. On the 15th, we have Octagon 41, and then Cage Warriors 152. Live on Fight and on Fightbook MMA, K2 as Combat 1. Obviously, we have the UFC on ESPN 44, Callaway versus Allen. And again, live on Fight and on Fightbook MMA, we have the Northwest Submission Challenge. And of course, Saturday night, we have Combate Global, and that's happening this weekend. In the boxing category, man, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events are going to be live on Fight and at the website at Fightbook MMA. We have the Cameco Show back on the home turf too. On the 14th, we have Boxing Social Fight Night Live. And then we have McHugs Promotions, Dan Gittins versus Callum Abbott. The 43rd Annual Tough Man Contest on the 14th. And then again on the 15th. And then also on the 15th, live on ESPN Plus in London, Joel Joyce versus Zale Zhang. They are fighting for Joyce's WBO interim welterweight. Oh no, sorry, interim heavyweight title. That is all the events that are happening starting tomorrow. And if you're not watching every single fight, tweeting about every single round of every single fight,
Every single second of every single round.
everything, you are not a real fight fan. And if we're not doing what, Rudy?
Fuck it Friday challenge, of course, bro. You got to do it. If you're not doing it, bro, I mean, it takes a real man to do like one every day of the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I mean, that's a real man. But if you want to do the challenge, you just man up. Hey, do it on Friday. That's acceptable. You're a fight fan as long as you do it Friday.
There you go. What's up, Jack? Thanks for joining on the show, man. Really do appreciate it. Let's see here, fellas. Last weekend, we had an amazing event. UFC 287 versus Adesanya 2. Wow.
That's all we can all say, really, is just wow.
And what Izzy did, mocking Perez's son, gold.
And she can just shut up about whining about that. She needs to just stay out of it. Like, just leave it be.
I don't know, man. I mean, the way I see it, it's a life lesson. You know, you learn your lesson that hey, sometimes you talk shit, and then you pay.
Gotta
for
eat
it,
your words.
You know, it kind of sucks. But look at bro. Did you see the shit? The kind of shit that Izzy was sending Pereira up to fight cam. You know, pictures of Kirby and his balls. I mean, come on, bro. And people are like, that's childish. It's childish. Have you seen the shit he was sending to Pereira, bro? Kirby's balls.
What?
I'm gonna put you on ice like Elsa. Like we're not dealing with somebody who cares what you think.
Wow. I did not know that. Yeah. Guys, before we talk about the main event, we got to talk about the friend of the show, friend of Fightbook MMA, our friend, Steve Garcia, putting a fucking hurt
on the bookies in Vegas.
Exactly, on the bookies, on everybody that fucking said Steve is not going to do it, and he fucking did it. That body shot, holy shit, dude. And then the follow-through.
I was kind of nervous, you know, when Nerd and Becky came out in the first round. He was kind of laying into him, bro. And then I was like, man, all right, Steve's got this. He's gonna get him. He's gonna get him in the second round. And sure enough, bro, he turned it up and he fucking got him, dude. He fucked him up.
Oh man, that was
bro. And that's one thing that I love, bro. The guys that we know, it's like seeing them win. It's just an awesome feeling, you know. It's an awesome feeling, man.
It is. It's awesome because like me and David seen Steve Garcia fight in the local promotions here. Before even the youth even knew who he was, and that's just the way Steve fights. First round, he just tries to get weather the storm. Second round, third round, bro, he puts a fucking beating on you. He has your number, and that's just what Steve does. This is 2 wins in a row that he's beat his opponents by KO or TKO. Next fight, if he does the exact same thing, He's on his way, man. He is on his way for a title shot. He's got to continue winning this way. He's got to continue, climbing that ladder, and it's going to happen. We are going to see it. Steve Garcia and you.
And
It's
you.
going to be amazing.
a huge night for underdogs, man.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was.
God,
For underdogs.
yes.
He was a huge underdog. Sam Hughes was a
Sam
huge underdog. It
Hughes.
was two huge underdogs in a row. Who else?
Lupe,
Oh,
was it
Christian
Lupe?
Rodriguez, bro. That was the biggest
that was-
underdog. I mean, he just steamrolled Raul Rosas, man, and
That
I don't know,
was,
man.
I don't even know what to say about that one, honestly. That
So,
one,
so that one right there was Raul. He almost had that guillotine choke right
He
from the
burned
back,
himself out.
but he burned himself out because Christian knew what to do to defend that choke. He was doing everything perfect to defend that choke. Obviously, I was rooting for Raul Rosas. I mean, he's from here in New Mexico. Gotta support the New Mexicans. But fuck, dude, Christian he just knew what to do against a guy that all he wanted to do was grapple. He
Yeah.
wasn't really wanting to stand and bang against Christian, and
I think
Christian,
he was
dude,
Ryan Hall route.
stone
Stone
face.
Cold, bro. And
Yeah.
leading up to the fight, he had missed weight, Christian Rodriguez, so that
Mhm.
gave me even more reason to believe that he was going to lose. But he,
Yeah.
he stood in there like a professional, man, and did, stuck to his game plan, bro. He knew what this kid was going to do, and
Yep.
he
Yep.
defended it well, bro. And it just kind of exposed Raul Rosas. It kind of shows us that it shows him what he needs to work on, man, which is a stand-up game and your cardio, man. Because I mean, if you got burned out trying to submit in the first round, I think he should have, learned how to pace yourself. The first round should be kind of a feeler, feel your
Mhm.
opponent out and see. Don't try to force something like that, man, because then you end up paying for it down the stretch. The second and third round. I mean, the third round, it was over for him.
Yeah, man.
It was heartbreaking to see. It's like, damn, you see all this hype behind this
Yeah.
kid, and you want to believe the hype, and then it's just like, damn, you crash and burn, and then you just kind of gotta wonder what that does to somebody so young in the sport, that mentally, you know what I mean? Because we've seen what it does to guys, older that've been in the game. That's a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
pressure, bro. That's a lot of pressure. But I mean, if he can come back from this, bounce and learn from it, which
Yeah.
is what you should do from mistakes, is you learn from them. And when you don't learn from mistakes, that's when it's like, yeah, you have no business.
That's when it becomes dangerous when you don't learn from your mistakes. You end up just making them over and over and over again, and then it gets worse. Look at Ryan Hall. Eventually, caught up with him. He got knocked the hell out in that one fight because he kept going for that the same shit over and over. Then he just got knocked the fuck out, which was great. And I like Ryan Hall, but he deserved it. I'm sorry, you deserved to get knocked out with the way you're going in that fight back then.
Yeah. And what about Calvin Gastelum, bro?
That fight was a hell of a fight too.
It was a good fight, man.
It was a good
I
fight.
thought it was a close fight, man. I thought it was.
Honestly, I thought Curtis was going to get the nod at first, but then I'm like, you know what? Hats off to Gastelum, because you know what? He's been gone for a while, and I was like, what's he going to bring to the table? Is it the Gastelum of old? Is he, is he going to come back better than ever, or is it going to be like, what's going to happen? And I was like, damn, he still has that nastiness in him.
Yep. Dude, and Kevin Holland, that KO against
I felt
Santiago. Wow. That was dope. That was a dope ass KO.
That one was awesome too.
Yeah,
man.
that one.
Man, it was a good event.
It was. I'd give it about a 9, probably out of 10.
Yeah.
No, I would give it a solid 10, bro. Solid 10. Dude, just
my girl lost. I can't.
As
My girl
soon as he
lost.
won, bro, doing that fucking bow shit, that was epic, bro. That was epic.
And then he points to his kid.
And then
that was funny. The kid part, I'm like,
I mean, dude, that you can't do it any better than that, man. Say what you want about Izzy Adesanya. That dude is an entertainer, bro. Are you not entertained? Because I was, man, the whole way through. And
one of the nastiest counter punches I've seen in a long time. That's all I gotta say.
That was the cherry on top, bro. And I was telling people, man, you could tell that he really drilled that exact scenario happening, because that's what happened the first time. You know,
Yeah.
he backed him up into the corner. He started raining some body shots and working his way up. And you could tell, bro, he was just playing possum. He waited for his moment and bam, he clipped him, dude, and laid that
counter was
hammer
just
fist
on
down,
point.
man.
It was a beautiful
And,
counter too. It was like
That's
those leg
just
kicks are starting to
something
bug me though.
you could tell that's just something he drilled over and over
Oh
again.
yeah.
Oh
He
yeah, he
drilled
was
it
ready
over
for
and over
that.
again. He knew exactly what Alex's game plan is, and he kind of exposed him, you know, because let's be real here, dude. The first fight, Pereira, like I said last week, dude, lightning will not strike twice, man. He got lucky that last time. He was gonna lose that fight. And
Well, of course, he was going to
clipped
lose
him.
by decision, but you know what I mean. Anything can happen, right? In MMA, or
Yeah.
well, combat sports in
I
general.
certainly,
Anything
I
can
certainly
happen.
didn't expect Adesanya to knock him out, bro. I thought it was going to be a decision win, a well-fought decision. But man, that caught me off guard, bro. And I was like, wow.
Same
And
here.
then, you know, I replay the shit and I watch it over and over again. I'm like, dude, this guy just playing possum. He drilled
It was a
that
good
shit.
fight too, though. That's the thing. Like even leading up to the knockout, it was a good fight. Like it was
Yeah,
a good back and
Pereira
forth. You know what I mean?
he
Like
was
those leg
laying
kicks
into
from
him,
Alex,
man.
though, were starting to take its toll on Izzy's leg, though. Like the one leg buckling a little bit. I'm like, uh-oh. Then all of a sudden, bam, counter punch. I'm like, oh, never mind. And I was just waiting for Rudy to go right into the chat and be like, tag me. He's like, ha, I told you, Mark. No, but it was a good, you know, but the Burns and Jorge fight. What do you guys
Wow.
think?
It was a good fight, man. Shout outs to George, you know,
Yeah.
retiring. He's been in the sport for 20 some years, and you know, it's time for him to. I hate to say, you know, that when it's time for a fighter to retire, because it's never a
That's not
fighter.
our
A fighter
decision to
never.
make.
But
That's not our
right.
decision to make. It's his, and he said it himself. He was like, "Dude, I'm missing a step," you know. So he's
Yep.
calling quits. And not a lot of guys have the, you know, they can't really put their pride aside and say, hey, you know what, it's time for me to stop, you know. But granted, it's a lot easier when you kind of have the kind of money that he does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like he said. I'm a multi-millionaire. I don't need to fight anymore. He's got his game-bred boxing promotion that's
game-bred MMA.
doing
Well,
very,
not
very
MMA.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, it's
But he didn't put the gloves in the octagon, though. That's what people are saying. He didn't like retire because his gloves weren't laid in the octagon. I'm like, that don't mean shit. I'm like, you can tell he was retiring. You could just tell in someone's voice. It just seemed like he was ready.
Nah, he's done.
He's done. Yeah, he even said, you know, he can't compete with these young guys. You know, it's time for the young guys to come up and, you know, pass the torch and let them come in because, you know, George's been fighting backyard.
Most of my life, half my life he's been fighting at least half my life he's been fighting.
He's the king of the backyard fighting with Kimbo and all them. You know, that's where he started his career, fighting on a backyard with Kimbo, to becoming a multi-millionaire in the UFC and having his own promotions. I mean, yeah, you know,
story.
George he's set for life. This guy he's got no worries for money, and you know, he still has.
How about that post-fight speech? Let's go, Brandon. That was amazing, bro. I was like, yeah. and it was awesome because they had Donald Trump in the crowd and Chris Rock, just all the people that trigger everybody. I was like, that was awesome, dude.
Funny as hell.
They were cage side sitting next to Dana White, bro.
That was cool, bro. I was like, that's awesome.
That was funny. I was like, yep.
Hey, what'd you guys think of Gilbert Burns accusing George Masvidal of greasing up before the fight?
I think that was heat of the moment because then he apologized.
Yeah, he apologized
later. But I think that was heat of the moment kind of thing, maybe. But you know, people get really sweaty. You know, you can tell if something's greasing and if it's sweat. You can just there's a big difference in sweat and grease. I feel like it's a big difference in feeling it. So
yeah,
I think it's heat of the moment, and Burns was just kind of in the moment, and I don't know.
unless George ate like a big bucket of KFC the night before, you know, it's the most greasiest chicken you can ever eat,
it, bro.
And sweat all that grease out that night.
It's my last supper. It's my last dinner before they put me out to pasture.
Oh man, but for sure, man, I think this is a solid 10 for sure, man. There was no boring fights. There was no sandwich of the night fight on that.
No,
It was it was really good. It was a
yeah, it was a
really
good
good
event.
event.
I enjoyed it from top to
Mhm.
bottom. I enjoyed the whole event. Some fights didn't go the way I wanted them to. Obviously, but other than that, it was some great finishes, and it was exciting fights. There wasn't a boring fight really.
I don't know about y'all, but I felt that Michelle Watterson got robbed.
Yeah, she should have won that fight.
Uh, I don't
And
know,
she's
I
man.
don't
and
know,
she just
man.
signed an eight fight deal too. That's what's hilarious. I'm like, my cousin's like, she's gonna retire tonight. I'm like, no, she's not. She just signed an 8 fight deal.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like she had that slight edge. I don't know what the stats are.
Well, yeah, bro. Looking at the stats, Michelle Watterson definitely won this fight, bro. What the fuck?
I'm
How
telling you,
bad
man.
are they?
Look, check this out, bro.
She got fucking
She
robbed.
got 70 total strikes. Pinheiro got 48. And we'll break them down round by round. 20 for Watterson, 15 for Pinheiro. Round 2, 22 for Watterson, 20 by Pinheiro. Round 3, 28 by Watterson, 13 by Pinheiro. 1 takedown by Watterson. So what the fuck were the refs
How
watching?
the hell did she lose that fight?
That's why I'm saying I felt that. Why would you give? I don't know, man. Luana did not deserve a split decision. She didn't win any of the rounds for her to have a split decision win.
Well, I mean, like I said, to me, watching it, it looked fairly even. But watching this breakdown, yeah, man, I'd have to watch this fight again. Maybe I wasn't 100% invested, and maybe those fucking refs weren't either.
Probably.
Maybe that was sandwich fight of the night for them. Because yeah, that's some shitty judging, bro.
It was.
That's really bad.
And it was a bad call on the judges, man.
It should have been an obvious choice on the winner, and it seems like they dropped the ball like really badly, like that one judge recently. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention his name because he's a friend of the show.
Which one? Demigliotta, Big Dan?
Oh, okay, yeah. No. I thought you were going to say somebody else.
No. I was talking about Demigliotta.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why is Dan even freaking judging?
I don't know why he started. I don't know why he's only judged 2 fights. One years ago and then the one recently that he screwed up.
I don't know. But it is what it is. Michelle got a loss there, which to me, I feel like she won. So, but yeah, man, very good. Very, 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 very good event. All right, fellas. I know I mentioned a lot of fights coming up this weekend. But let's go ahead and
the UFC fight coming up, Holloway versus Allen.
Ooh. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. No, I heard Holloway versus Allen at some point.
Yeah, I mentioned it on the breakdown of the events I mentioned.
Lies.
I heard PFL.
It's on the website. Go look at the website. It's on there. UFC Fight Night, Holloway versus Allen. This is an early start, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what the rest of the times are. I know it's like 3 o'clock my time.
Yeah, it's 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central, 3:30 Mountain, and 2:30 Pacific.
Yeah, so and it's all going to be live at in Kansas City at the T-Mobile Center, live on ESPN Plus. Let's go ahead and talk about the fight poster. It's okay. It's
not horrible.
No, but I feel like Allen is thinking way too hard, and his names are, the Holloway and the Allen name is coming out of his brains. If you look at the fight poster, he's like concentrating so hard that his left arm is Allen and his right hand is Holloway. I don't know. It's all right though. I mean, I'm gonna give it a solid 5.
I like it.
Yeah,
I think it's cool.
I'll go with you on that one. 5.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I like it too. I think it's pretty cool. I just don't know about the name situation there with the lines coming out of Allen's temples.
I like it, dude. I'm gonna give this one an 8. I like it.
Oh shit!
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow, that's
Okay.
pretty high
I
for
think it
you.
looks good, man.
I like it. Don't get me wrong. I do really like the poster. I like the color. I like how it looks. It looks clean. It looks really, really clean. You know what? I'm gonna jump it up. I'm gonna give it a 7.
That's more like it.
I'll go
I'm gonna give it a 7.
7.5. I'll go
I'm just glad they're
7.5.
not going with the same nasty ass yellow color that they're always going with, bro. You know, the yellow bastard color, always,
Yeah.
dude. And it's
Piss color.
yeah, it's like, bro, stop doing that. I like these. This is the picture looks amazing, bro. Like the photos
It
of
does.
these guys.
It ca-
I guess they're
it
taking
looks
a page out of Bellator's book, man. Because Bellator, those photos that they have of their fighters, they're just like HD high res photos.
Yeah,
man.
they
right.
have some good fight posters.
They've been
Right.
So does
using
PFL though.
these high res
PFL has some
photos
good ones, too.
recently, and they look good.
Mhm. You know who else has good fight posters? Combate Global.
Oh
Dude.
yeah, dude.
Their fight posters are cherry.
Mhm.
It is a 14 fight card. We do have time to do the full card, so let's go ahead and start off. At the prelims in the opener, we have Jocelyn Edwards
Sam
versus
Cassell.
Lucy.
Ha!
Oh my god. Versus Lucy Padilla. Rudy, what are the fight odds on this
I don't
fight?
know, but I just want people to see who Sam Cassell is. That's what Jocelyn Edwards looks like. Sam Cassell. Anyways,
Oh my god.
the odds on this fight. Let's see. Jocelyn Edwards is the underdog, plus 113 underdog, minus 136 favorite for Pudilova. Pudilova. That's a fun name, bro. I don't know, man. This is. I don't know. This is a weird fight. I would not. I don't think I'm gonna put money on this one.
I wouldn't either.
In my opinion, I think Jocelyn Edwards is gonna win this fight, but
I do too.
I don't put it
Yeah.
past Pudilova to win this.
Sam Cassell's gonna win, but Pooty is gonna
Pudi.
pull something off, maybe.
Pudi. Lucy Pudi.
Lucy
Lucy Pudi Pudilova.
Lucy
man,
Padilla.
I don't know, man.
Pooty Tang.
I mean, she's on a 3-fight win streak, and her most recent win was against Yanan Wu in the UFC. Her other 2 fights were outside of the UFC, and we've seen Jocelyn Edwards, man. She's on a 2-fight win streak. I know when she entered the UFC, she beat Yanan Wu just like Pudilova did, and then she lost 2 in a row, and then came back strong, bro. Came back against Ramona Pascual and Ji Yeon Kim. So I don't know, man. Like we were saying with Fed earlier, there's levels to this, and I don't see Pudilova getting past Edwards, man. Edwards has a gas tank, man.
She does. She's tall
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, she is.
So
She should have the
it's,
reach advantage too, like a pretty decent reach advantage in this fight, I believe. At least the 5-inch, maybe, possibly, or am I wrong?
No, it's like 3-inch reach advantage.
Oh,
3.5.
okay. Right on. Next up, this matchup is, I don't know, man. It's like they just found some randoms and just said, "Hey, you guys want to fight each other?" If you
Oh,
look at
no.
if you look at their rankings, Gaston Bolaños is number 260 against Aaron Phillips, who's 222 in the
What?
Typology
No,
rankings.
but you're looking at Bolaños is at 260 at featherweight. Phillips is 222 at bantamweight.
Oh, I see. Yep. Okay. Well, what's the odds on this, man?
Very close on this one as well, man.
Yeah.
Looks like Phillips is plus 155 underdog. Gaston Bolaños is a minus 190 favorite. It opened up
That's
at
not too bad.
180, so it's kind of pulling away. I don't know, man. This is I don't know what people are seeing. What maybe Phillips' last fight, his first fight in the UFC, he lost to Jack Shore by submission, and Bolaños, this is his first fight in the UFC. He's coming from Bellator.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he's from Peru, 30 years old, 5'7" to 5'9". So yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man. I guess I haven't seen Bolaños, so I can't really speak to it.
The names are a little bit familiar, so I've probably seen my Bellator at some point. So I'm just trying
Yeah.
to put them.
But
Yeah, I'm not really.
he's a heavy Tapology favorite. 78%
Okay.
are predicting this dude to win. So
Yeah, I'm not too sure about these guys. I mean, I'm not really familiar with them, but for Bolaños to be coming in from Bellator, and I'm sure he had a nice little career there with them, and you know, the betting people in Tapology see something. So I'm gonna go with what everybody else says. I'm gonna pick Gaston winning this fight.
Yep, I got you. I'm with you, Gaston.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Next up, Bruna Brazil versus Denise Gomez. Two Brazilians. This could be on the ground, or it could be a standing bing kind of type of
one
fight.
is hot, one is not.
Yes. We're not going to say who.
Right? It's you. It's up to you to decide.
It's up to you to decide who is hot and who is not.
No judgment, by the way, folks. No judgment.
Bro. If I could swipe right, I'm gonna swipe right on this one, and swipe left on the other one. I'm not gonna tell you which one.
I think Bruna, the special one, Brazil.
You would think with a name like Bruna, she would. Nah, I'm not gonna say nothing.
I have a feeling that she's gonna win, man. She's been winning her last 3 fights. This is gonna be her UFC debut. She won in the Contender Series with a head kick. So yeah, man. And then Denise Gomez. I'm not too sure with her, man. Did she win or lose her last one?
Yeah, her last fight was against Loma Lukbunmi, unanimous decision loss 6 months ago, and before that she was on a good little.
Oh yeah, there. She was.
Denise Gomez, she's that one with that fucked up tattoo on her throat. Yeah,
yep.
I remember that one, dude. Yeah, she's definitely gonna lose. Yeah, but she was on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fight win streak, and then she lost in her UFC debut against Konklak Supisarsa. What the fuck? Konklak Supisarsa. I don't remember that fight at all, bro. This is September 17th, 2022. I have to remember because I remember that tattoo. I just don't remember that name, bro. Konklak? What the fuck? That's weird. Konklak.
That's a weird name. I've never even heard that.
Oh, because it's Loma Lukbunmi. I was like, what Konklak?
Oh,
I know. I'm like, what fight card are you looking at?
That's Lukbunmi. Okay, anyways. But yeah, bro. Bruna hasn't lost since 2019.
Yeah, dude.
She's like on a 7-fight win streak or something. I think they're both they were on a 6-fight win streak, but Gomez lost recently. So yeah, have moderate favorite, minus 230 favorite for Brazil. Denise Gomez coming in at plus 190 underdog. So yeah, I'm going with Bruna. It looks like the odds are a lot closer now, bro. 155 for Bruna Brazil. Denise Gomez plus 130. So something's going on there. Someone knows something we don't.
Yeah.
Wait for someone maybe.
Yeah, could be. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow morning, man.
Yeah. I'm going with Bruna anyways, so.
Me too.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here. Right on. We have a New Mexican, Lando Venata, David Rodriguez's favorite fighter against Daniel Zeluber. What are the fight odds on this one, man?
Again, bro, this whole event, there's a lot of fights that are just so very well evenly matched, man. The matchmakers they're on their shit, man. The odds on this fight, Lando Venata plus 110 underdog. Daniel Zeluber is minus 130 favorite. Very close odds for this fight.
You know what, man? I know I always pick my New Mexicans and I support them, but
you gotta go with the Mexicano.
Dude.
The old Mexican.
Daniel Zeluber is going to fucking put a hurt on him because if you look at his past fights, he's pretty much almost finished them all. And this is his last fight was his only loss on his record.
Against Trey Ogden.
Yeah, so it's going for the Mexican, bro. I gotta go with the Mexican. He's gonna win.
Bro,
As much as I like Lando, he's been on that up and down type of win. He lost his last fight, won the fight previous to that, lost before that one. So it's, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a hard fight for Lando.
Yeah, I think so too, man. He doesn't really do well with guys that much bigger than him, and Daniel he's 6'1", bro.
Dude, he's tall.
5'9", so he's gonna be towering over him, dude. 6-inch reach advantage, and this guy knows how to use it, man. So I think Daniel's gonna do enough to win. It's probably gonna be a decision win. So I'm gonna go with Daniel. Daniel's delivered.
Daniel Zeluber.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Mark, who do you got on that fight, man?
Same.
Yeah,
I'm with you guys on that one. Oh yeah.
Right on. Next up, we got a good fight on our hands here with the females. We have Piera Rodriguez fighting Jillian Robertson. This is going to be a good fight, man. I don't think this is going to be a sandwich night of the fight, man.
No, it's going to be
know.
a decent little grinder
gonna
fight. Jillian likes to grind, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'll stick with my Canadian, obviously.
Prediction: sandwich fight of the night.
Most likely going to be it's going to be a grind fest, but because Jillian's going to make it a grind fest on the ground, probably.
Well, they're both decision machines, bro.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's going to be a decision.
All of Pierre's fights are like decisions, man.
Yep.
Jillian Robertson, that's someone who makes you go to decision to beat her.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I think experience is going to play a huge factor in this fight.
Yep.
I mean, this is going to be Rodriguez's third fight in the UFC. But I don't know, man. Just things don't go well when you fight Jillian Robertson, man.
No.
Like I said, you have to put her away, or you have to just put up a better fight to beat her, man. Because all the fights that she's lost really have been by decision, man. So I'm gonna stick with Jillian Robertson winning this fight. And this fight I think it's even -110 across the board.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh no,
Nice.
Jillian Robertson is actually the favorite now, -125 favorite.
Right on.
Pierre Rodriguez a +105 underdog, so that's good.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to be picking the Canadian. I'm going to pick Jillian Robertson winning. I know, Mark, you're pretty happy about that.
Of course.
So it's going to be it's one of those fights that you're like, shit, man, I want to see some action. But
yeah,
it's the type of fight that Jillian brings, and it's those type of fights that not a lot of people enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But she makes she gets that W and makes good use of her skills that she has on the ground. So it is what it is, right?
I'm going to call it by a second round submission if it doesn't go to a decision. I can see her pulling off a submission in about mid-fight.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of nice, honestly.
Next up on the prelims, we have Ed Herman versus Zach Cummings.
What? Short fuse?
This is
What do you guys think about this fight, man?
Someone's getting knocked out. And it's going to be Cummings.
Cummings? What?
Short Fuse is going in there and knocking him out.
I don't know about that, bro. Ed Herman,
I got to give Short Fuse that credit from way back in the day, because you know what I mean. I got to give it to him.
Isn't Ed Herman the guy who faked that punch?
What?
Punched?
Wait, when?
Remember? He faked
on the shit. Wait,
bro.
On the Ultimate Fighter?
No, one of his fights, dude.
Wait,
I will look
wait.
it up.
Okay, yeah. So you have to look up something because I'm trying to think which one you're talking.
I don't see Ed Herman win this fight, bro. I mean, I don't think a lot of people see Ed Herman win this fight.
No, it's just because I've been a fan of his for a long
-2
time.
favorite, moderate favorite, +200 underdog for Ed Herman.
That's all right.
Ed Herman hasn't fought since it's almost
That'd
2
be my
years.
one loss.
Zach Cummings hasn't fought for 2.5 years, so Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a fight that I really don't give a shit about. I don't care who wins this fight, but I think Zach Cummins is gonna
Fine.
win.
It's going to be a draw then, Rudy. There. It's going to be a draw.
Which I hope so.
This is the draw, David. This is the draw of the
But
night.
both guys haven't fought in almost 2 years. Ring rust, probably not. They're both vets in the sport. There's no such thing for them.
I don't know, bro. I mean, at 42 years, I might start feeling a little ring rust.
There you go. But as much as I like Ed Herman, I'm gonna go with Zach Cummings, man. Sorry, Mark, but this
That's
time
all right.
I gotta pick the.
All
Yeah,
good.
that fight I really don't give a shit about because the next fight is fire, bro. One of our guests, a friend of Fight Book MMA, Mateus Nicolau, fighting Brandon
Yes.
Royval. This is probably going to be fight of the night. This is going to be a great fucking fight, dude. I'm excited to see this one. Mateus Nicolau is a minus 165 favorite, plus 135 underdog for Brian Royval. Let me check the odds now. Mateus Nicolau, he's pulling away here, minus 210 favorite. Brandon Royval, plus 173 underdog. So it looks like a lot of people are expecting
Good.
Mateus to go in there and light this dude up.
Because he is.
Hell yeah!
Yep.
Fuck Royval.
Yeah, I'm predicting a finish, bro. Second round, TKO, Mateus Nicolau.
Hell yeah, man!
Yep.
We need to get Mateus back on the show. We're going to see if we can make it happen next month to talk about this win.
Yeah, I'd like to ask him how much of that UFC money in Bitcoin that he
with
lost
Bitcoin is
recently, because it just like dipped right after that, bro. Remember? It just crashed and it kept crashing, and it's finally starting to go back up, thankfully. But you know, I'd like to ask him, did you cash out, or you know, that's been on my mind, man.
Did you see the little meter going this way on
Yeah.
empty? And he said, "Fuck that, cash out." Yeah, I'll pick. Of course, I got to pick our boy,
Yeah.
man. Mateus, he's gonna win. That's a no-brainer for us here, man. And I know David probably pick him too. So
Mhm.
that's a straight even on the board there. Next up on the prelims, making the let's see, it's the main event of the prelims. TJ fucking Brown versus Bill Algeo. What do you guys have, and what do you guys think about this one? Rudy,
What are the odds, Rudy?
what are the odds, man? We gotta know.
The odds opened up at 160, minus 160 for Bill Algeo, plus 135 for TJ Brown. And now it's Bill Algeo minus 193 favorite, TJ Brown plus 160. So looks like Algeo's pulling away with this one too. I think that Algeo's going to win this fight. Although, I mean, he's coming off a loss and TJ Brown's coming off a win. You know, it's just the loss that Algeo had, it was against Andre Fili, and it was a decision. So it wasn't really that much of a loss, to be quite honest with you.
No.
But he took out Herbert Burns before that, Gilbert Burns' brother.
Yep.
Remember? I mean, he was that fight where he just like gassed out. They were like saying, "Hey, his corner should throw the towel." That was so this dude's got a gas tank, bro. Bill Algeo's got a gas tank.
Yeah, I'm gonna be picking Bill Algeo winning this fight, man.
Yeah.
Even though he lost, but look who he lost against. I mean, we can't knock him down on that because it was a decision. So it wasn't like he lost by submission or by KO. It was by unanimous decision. TJ Brown obviously did win his last fight, but it's who Bill Algeo fought is what gets me to think that he's gonna come back after that loss and bring it. You know, so I'm picking Bill, man.
Yep.
Starting off the main card, my boy, Rafa Garcia, taking on the junkyard dog, Clay Guida.
Oh, Lord.
I don't see a finish here other than possibly Clay Guida winning by a finish, because it's hard to put Clay Guida out, man. That guy is just one tough son of a bitch, and I'm picking Rafa for the obvious. He's a Mexican, got to support the Mexicans, and
you're picking him because you're racist.
I'm racist. Oh,
I thought
dude.
that was me.
I love Clay Guida, man. His video that I posted on Instagram fucking went viral of his burps.
His video.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna pick Rafa, man. I gotta pick Rafa. He's a Combate Global vet, and yeah, man, can't go wrong there.
Yeah, the favorite is Rafa Garcia, minus 275 favorite, plus 220
Ooh.
underdog for Clay
Damn.
Guida. Yeah, it looks like just kind of widening here. So yeah, I definitely got Rafa winning this fight by decision. I don't see a finish. Guida's
Me
not
neither.
the kind of guy that Rafa's gonna put away, but
No.
Rafa, man, he's just on it, bro.
Yep. It's gonna be hard to put Clay Guida out, but you know, like how David always says, you got to kill him to get him out of the cage. So
Yeah.
The way out is in a box.
it is. We probably will see that now that the WWE and the UFC
Oh my
have
god,
merged.
a casket match.
Oh shit! All right. Next up on the main card, we have Pedro Munoz versus Chris Gutierrez.
Huh.
I know who I'm picking, and I'm gonna pick Chris Gutierrez. I like this guy. Pedro Munoz, he's a bad man.
Yeah, he is.
But I'm siding for Chris, man. You, Rudy?
Yeah, man, I'm going Chris all the way, man. Chris is a finisher. Pedro,
Yeah, dude.
he's skilled, man, but like all his fights, they go to decision, bro, win or lose. And Gutierrez, man, I mean, he just put Frankie Edgar away with a flying knee.
Yeah, he did.
Right? And he hasn't lost since 2019, bro.
Yeah, so I don't see this dude losing this fight at all, man.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
not at all.
I don't think a lot of people see him losing this fight. He's a good
I
favorite.
smell a big old KO coming, folks.
I think so too, man. I think we're gonna see a finish.
A nice one too.
Yeah, how? Probably could be seeing a nice little head kick knockout from Chris Gutierrez to Pedro.
Oh,
and I
for
say
sure.
probably in the late second round. We'll see. But that's who I'm picking. Right on. Next up, Ian Cutelaba versus Tanner Boser.
Oh lordy, this one I've been looking forward to since they announced it. Because I've been waiting for Tanner Boser to get his ass back in the octagon because I'm a fan of his because he's Canadian and he's a good fighter. But
Yeah,
this fight's going to be a fun one. This is going to be a fun fight to watch. They're going to go out there and they're going to throw down, so it's going to be a good one. Expect fireworks, but hopefully it doesn't turn into a snooze fest because we've had that happen to us where we're expecting something big and it turned into something crap.
Nah, this isn't gonna be a snooze fest, bro.
No, it's going to be a banger.
I think
Something's going night-night, I think.
Tanner's got some power, dude, in his hands, man.
Oh, yeah.
And, just Ian Cutelaba, bro. He's just weak chin, man. He's chinny now, and he's dropped 3 in a row. He hasn't won a fight in a year and a half. Bozier lost his recent fight against Nacimiento,
and that was a close one too.
Yeah, it was a real close fight. It was a decision loss, split decision. You know, so
very close.
I don't know, man. I think this is goodbye for Cutelaba. He loses his fight. He's definitely on the. He's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think we're gonna see a pink slip up for him, man. Quick shout out to Joshua Robinson, my boy. He said that he used to like watching Guida. I think we all did, man. I mean, we all used to like watching Clay Guida back in the day. You know, he still brings it now. You know, we can't say that he doesn't. And but yeah, man. So shout out to you, Joshua. Thanks for jumping on the show, man. Really do appreciate it for your support. But let's go ahead and go to the next fight. We have Dustin Jacoby versus Azamat Mirzakhanov.
Azamat Bagatov.
Mirzakhanov.
Azamat Bagatov. Something else.
Mirzakhanov?
You don't remember that? That's from Borat, dude. He's
Borat.
my friend, Azamat Bagatov. He was the big fat guy that put his balls on his face.
I haven't watched that movie in years, so
Oh, I love that movie, bro. I've got it like memorized. I've seen it like
You've seen it
hundreds
like
of
a
times.
you did.
billion times, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm a huge Borat fan.
What are the odds on this fight, brother?
This fight, Dustin Jacoby minus 205 favorite.
What?
Azamat, yeah, plus
Damn.
170 underdog, slight underdog. Let me see what they are now.
Why?
Dustin Jacoby, it's a lot closer now. Jacoby's minus 159 favorite. Azamat is plus 135 underdog.
Dude, like Azama hasn't lost. He's 12-0, and if you look at all his wins, most of them are finished, man. They don't even pass the first round.
Yeah,
You know,
I
this
think
this,
I
this
think a
guy's
lot
got,
of it has to do with just a size difference, man.
dude.
Jacoby is 6'3", Azamat is 5'10",
Ooh.
78 reach advantage, 71. So he's got a 7-inch reach advantage. So he's dealing with a significantly bigger opponent than his other opponents. You know, Devin Clark, Tafana, and Chukwi. I don't think those guys were that big.
No.
But as long as Azamat is able to get into the pocket early and take him down, then we will see a win from him.
Yep.
Just for the fact that Dustin is a bigger, taller fighter, but it makes it easier for these lengthy, heavier dudes to take down if you can get them correctly. You know, if he's got a good takedown defense, obviously, Azamat could gas out and Dustin could put a hurt on him and give him his first L. But I don't know, man. I'm going to pick Azamat winning this fight, man. I really do like him. And, he's a finisher. Most of his fights don't pass the first round. So
yeah, he's from Brave, bro. He
Yep.
put away Mohammed Fakhreddin.
dude,
3
that
years
fight
ago.
right there, bro. If y'all haven't seen that fight, man, watch it because it is a good fucking fight.
Yeah, man. I think this is another fight where I'm gonna go with the underdog here, Azamat. I think he's got what it takes to put Jacoby away. It's gonna be a hard fight, man. Though I don't think it'll be a finish. I'm
Yeah,
hoping for a finish, but
same here, man. Same here. I want Azamat to continue his winning streak. Right on. Next up, we have Edson Jr. Barboza fighting Billy Q. This is going to be a good fight, fellas. I see why they put him where they did. I'm picking Billy Q winning just for the fact that Barboza dropped his last 2 fights, man. I know we've seen Edson. He's one of those guys that's just like, loves to throw those kicks. He loves to stand and bang. He loves to do those submissions. But Billy Q, man, he's a crafty fighter. I don't know. What are the odds, Rudy?
minus 165 favorite for Billy Q, plus 135 for Edson Barboza, and it looks like it's kind of going in Quarantillo's favor now. Minus 175 favorite, plus 145 for Edson Barboza right now. So I'm going with Billy Q. I think he's got what it takes. Like you said, Edson has dropped his last 2 fights. And I think one was decision. The other one's, a KO by Chikadze. And Billy Q's kind of hot, cold. But I don't know, man. I think he's got the skill set to give Edson Barboza a hard time. Edson hasn't had a win in almost 2 years, man. He hasn't fought in over a year. So I think Billy Q's just going to be a fresher fighter, and this is it could be Edson's last fight in the UFC.
Yeah, let's go, Billy.
It could be. Billy Q, he's the fan favorite. I know DC loves when Billy Q fights. He's always rooting for Billy Quarantillo. So it's going to be a good fight right here, man. It's where it should be as a co-main. It's a good placement for Billy to shine and possibly get up there on the rankings, man. So let's go, Billy Q.
Hmm.
The main event.
Ooh.
Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. Oh man, as much as I like Max Holloway, I think it's gonna be the another KO, man. He's gonna lose by KO. Arnold
Ooh.
Allen is a crafty fighter, man. I don't know. I think the last two fights of Max, it just like took years off of him, man.
And that's hard to say as a fan, probably too.
It is, dude.
It
It is
is.
because everybody loves Max Holloway. Um, but it's just the way he fights, man. He just loves the wars. He doesn't give a shit how you know, it's, I don't know. It's just the style of fights, man. It's the style of and the way he fights. Yeah, he beat my boy Yair Rodriguez, but the fight against Alexander Volkanovski, bro, I think Alexander just took some years off of him, man.
Yes, he
It was
did.
just a hard fight, man.
Man, I'll disagree with you, but
I don't know, bro.
I used to think that, bro. I used to think that after seeing his first loss to Volkanovski, I was like, man, actually, yeah, his first loss, and then he lost again
Mm-hmm.
to him, and I'm like, damn, bro, he needs to put it away. And then he came back and put a hurt in Calvin Kattar, put a hurting on Yair Rodriguez, and then he lost to Volkanovski again. So I mean,
Yep.
dude, his losses, I don't know, man. I don't know what you all are smoking. I got my boy fucking Max Bless Holloway winning this fight.
I haven't given my pick yet,
bro. This guy he's got his footwork is on another level, man. He's gonna make Allen work for this shit. I don't know. I don't think Allen's fought a guy quite like Max Holloway yet. He's got power. Don't get me wrong, but Max Holloway, bro, he's got that skill, man. He's got that footwork. You're gonna have to fucking catch him and back this motherfucker up into a corner before you can land something clean on him. And I don't think Allen's got that skill set, man. Not yet, anyways. And then just as the size difference, I mean, Allen's got a reach advantage, slight reach advantage, like 1 inch, but the height advantage, Max got him by like 3 inches. I don't think it's really going to be too much of a factor. Neither one of these guys is much of a grappler, so it's going to be a stand and bang kind of fight. This is going to be an amazing fight. If Allen wins, it's going to be by finish. Holloway's going to win this by decision, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Allen hasn't lost since 2014. I'm looking at his record here.
Wow.
And most of them have been by doctor stoppage or by guillotines, front chokes, decision, and then the last two, he hurt Calvin Kattar by knee injury in the second round.
Those last two fights, I didn't think he was going to win like that, bro.
He defeated Dan Hooker in the first round, dude, with those punches and elbows.
And that was like that was the start of Dan Hooker's decline. Was that?
Yeah,
loss.
It was. Yep. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm picking Mr. Allen winning this fight. The almighty Arnold Almighty Allen. I gotta go with him, man.
Shit,
it's gonna be a good fight, bro.
At that motherfucker who took Volkanovski 3 times, bro, to decision.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that Arnold is gonna knock him out. I'm just saying he's gonna win. I'm not sure.
That's the only way he's gonna win. That's the only way he's gonna beat Max Holloway, bro. Is by knocking
decision.
him out. That's the only way he's gonna win. He's not gonna win a decision, bro. You're not gonna outwork Max Holloway. I'm fucking sorry. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell Arnold Allen will outwork Max Holloway, bro. He's never gone, 5 fucking rounds. He's never gone into those championship rounds. And Max Holloway has done it, dude. I don't know how many fucking times, bro. Say what you want, dude. It's taken years off of him, but he's only 31. People forget that, dude. He's only 31 years old. Arnold Allen is 29 years old. He's taking more damage, but he doesn't skip a beat, bro. When he's out there, man, just lighting motherfuckers up. This guy is he's a born and bred fighter, bro. Tried and true. He's just one of those guys who's got it in him, man. Some people they got it, and some people fucking got it, and this dude fucking got it.
Let's see here. Our boy Ravi Gaia. He says Max is a beast. I just watch him take a lot of damage as well when he's engaging and winning a brawl. But I hope he starts fighting smarter. I don't want him turning into a Tony with all the damage just for the sake of being great and winning. But he still has Holloway over Allen. And then our boy Joshua says, same, I am still going for Holloway because he can take quite the punch.
Yeah, as far as Allen goes, I'll probably put him on a bet slip as an underdog. Throw him in there with the other underdogs that I think are gonna win. Because you can win some money, man. I mean, he's not. It's not. The odds aren't very uneven on this one. It's minus 185 favorite for Holloway, and Allen's a plus 150 underdog. So
that's not that bad.
This whole card, all the fights are extremely evenly matched, man. I don't see anything insane like we've seen in the past couple of fights. Like minus 5,000.
Yeah. Did we have a fighter that was like plus 680 or something like that?
Yeah, dude, we've had a couple of them recently, man. Just very uneven matchups. Last minute cancellations. Fighters stepping in last minute notice. So nothing like that's happening here yet, and I don't anticipate it. I hope everything goes smooth tomorrow. If we do, then we have badass 14 fights to look forward to on Saturday night, and then after Combates.
Yeah, Combate Global, can't miss that right after this. So it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. Thanks, Ravi, for the love. Says that I love you guys, my boys. Great to see the process and how far you've taken the podcast and Fight Page by storm. I'm always watching my guys. Thanks, brother. Really do appreciate that support, man. You've been there since the beginning of Fight Book MMA, and like I said, and like he said, all of us have been contributing a lot on this, with our group members and the fan page, everybody, showing their love on there, and all the people checking out the website. So that's why we do this, because our fans love what we do and how we do what we do. We're different from other podcasts. We talk shit.
Yeah, we do.
We talk shit. And we have the fucking best guests on the fucking show,
bro.
man.
We always have the best guests. And speaking of guests, our last guest, Fer Padilla, I just want to let people know, you want to make some money on Fer's fight? Plus 210. He's the underdog going in this fight. April 29th against Julian Erosa. Julian Erosa is a minus 265 favorite to win this fight. I don't think he wins this fight. Like I said, these matchmakers, they know how to pick these fights, bro. They know these just styles make matches, man. And this is a bad stylistic matchup for Julian Erosa. This is gonna be, bro. This is gonna put Fer Padilla on the map, dude, on the UFC map.
Yeah, man.
So you want to make some money on this fight? Just so you know, man, I'm riding with Fer plus 210 underdog. You make me some money, baby.
Oh yeah. Quick comment here by another fan of ours. Let's see here, Elgin Ingle. I hope I said your name right. He said, "I've learned never to doubt Max, but I've also learned all the greats deteriorate as time goes on. If Max keeps taking the abuse he takes, I don't know how much longer his career lasts."
Yeah, and that's a good point, man. Because I think this is going to be the litmus test to see where Max Holloway stands, bro. I mean, if he gets put away by Arnold Allen, I think people are going to be calling for that, and rightfully so, man. But if Arnold Allen manages to get a decision, he'll probably stick around a little longer. But I just don't see it happening, man. Just Max Holloway, bro. Just Max
Dude,
bless fucking Holloway.
it's the way Max fights. He's always bringing it, and it's always a bloody war.
Yeah, bro, and like I said, after a couple of fights, a while back, he was kind of talking slow and mumbling. He just didn't sound. He didn't look the same. He didn't sound the same. But when he went out to fight, it was just the same old Max, bro, even better. So it's just like, man, I don't put a lot of stock in when people say, oh, he just sounds different. He doesn't look the same, because I thought the same thing, bro. And then he blows my mind. It's like, bro, what are you talking about, man? That's just the way Max is, man. He just seems a little slow, man. He's Hawaiian, bro. These guys, they take things a little slower, man. He's a badass, man. One of my favorite all-time fighters. One of the greats. But you got a great point, man. With time, man, fighters, they tend to age and they start skipping the beat, man. George Masvidal,
especially after they've had wars too. You know what I mean?
Weekend, man, George Masvidal wasn't afraid to admit it. He skipped a beat. He's missing a beat. So let's hope that Max, that's not the time. But if it is, man, it'll be a great thing for Arnold Allen, man. I mean, to continue that streak, this is going to be the feather in his cap that he needs. This will be the stamp. This will be, that'll be basically him saying, "Hey, this is my title shot. I'm next in line."
It is because Max right now is what, number two, and Allen is number 3. So if Allen could defeat Max like the way he should, then like you said, Rudy, that's gonna elevate him to say, "Hey, you know what? I want that fucking belt. Let's go." So we'll see, man. We'll see how the weigh-ins look. We'll see how they look.
I would love to see a rematch between Calvin Kattar.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Because I think he won that fight because of a knee injury or some bullshit.
Yep.
So I'd like to see them run that back if he wins, and then see who has the next crack at the champion. Because I don't think Volkanovski's gonna take a fight that quick, is he?
I don't think so, man.
So we still have time to see how that plays out. I mean, because I would like to see
for sure
Allen and Kattar, because Kattar, bro, this is his last fight. Whoo, Calvin Kattar, bro. That's a fight that I would like to see, man.
Yeah. Yep. Quick shout out to John Kearney. Thank you, bro, for the love. Man, thanks guys for jumping on the comments, man. This is I love it. I love seeing everybody jumping on here and giving y'all's opinions. This is freaking amazing.
And if you didn't get a chance to see the interview earlier, we'll have it up on our YouTube. After this show is over, probably 20, 30 minutes, you could watch it again on Facebook. Super cool interview with Padilla. Really good dude.
Yep. Right on, guys. That's it for the show for tonight. Quick shout out to everybody that's watching right now, watching us live and or listening later on. We really do appreciate it. Real quick, Robbie says, I think Alex gets him in the clinch and wears Jair down. Yeah, it could happen, but I'm not picking against Jair Rodriguez. That's you take that out.
For another episode. That's for another episode, fellas.
That is for another episode.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that either on me, Ricky Bobby.
Thanks everybody for the support. For all your combat sports news around the world, go to fightbookmma.com. We are freaking jamming, man. We got articles coming out, the yin yang. And so go and support. Go and support.
Strong.
Fucking Rudy. Go and support our channel at YouTube. Find us at Fightbook MMA. Follow us on all our social medias. And that's it, fellas. Have a good night. And we will see you next Thursday night. Peace.
Yeah.